Hey, comic book community, Lone Box Love Affair here. I am at Indianapolis Comic Con and took a trip to visit a friend. He enticed me with a comic book convention, and I spent Friday and Saturday here at the con. Got some amazing artwork, got some amazing books, been wheeling and dealing, and I can't wait to show you what I picked up. So I'm going to take you on a tour of some of the things I found on the con floor, and then we will talk about what I picked up. So take a look, let's hunt. See you shortly. These are pretty affordable, actually.
No, that made me nervous. Can you tell that?
Why are you stealing my book? Oh, yeah.
Just didn't look up there. Yeah.
Holy moly, we got a lot going
Really
on.
loud. You get to listen to it all weekend. So it's attached.
I think that's the only one you got up there. Oh, yeah.
What was that?
Okay.
But it was, they were all you know that?
I thought it was the owner.
The paparazzi are here.
Yeah.
I am beat, I have lost my voice, and it is time to go back and count my losses at my bank account. I've had some good fortune with con sketches. I have four sketches that I grabbed from Bob Camp, Scott Collins, who else? Mike McCone, and Jeff Johnson. So look forward to showing you what I picked up. All right, I am home. It has been a couple days since I got back from Indianapolis. So the Indianapolis Comic Book Convention, that was super fun. I actually had a blast. I spent a lot of money, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm going to talk to you about prices because I found some really amazing deals. And my philosophy at these conventions is that the prices are going to be pretty inflated for the most part. Not always. So there are deals to be had, and I feel like some of the key books that I picked up, I really got for a great deal. And dealers were willing to work with me and package things. So I had two of those BCW comic book totes with me, and I filled them up to take back on the plane with me. This was an amazing con for art. They did not have a huge roster of artists, and I was able to commission 4 pieces. The piece de resistance is the Bob Camp of Ren and Stimpy fame. Bob did this amazing book cover, blank cover. So I got to his booth the first day, and I didn't even have early admission. I just got there right at the normal time, and I was talking with him. Great guy. His wife was there looking at the prints he was setting out, and I asked him about commissions, and he says he's really not taking commissions. I said, what about, so he's really not taking commissions, but
he's doing con sketches. And I'm like, what's the difference between a con sketch and a commission? So con sketch, he just does whatever. So I said, I have this blank. I have this Infinity #1 blank that I love using for sketches because I'm a big cosmic comic book fan. I was like, what would you do with this? And I was like, you can do whatever you want. Put your spin on this. I wanted like something Ren and Stimpy from my childhood to just be crazy on this. And so he's like, is this the guy with the Infinity Gauntlet? I was like, yep. So he's like, great. And I was like, I'll be here tomorrow. And that's Saturday. And I'll pick it up. So fast forward to Saturday, I stopped by his booth around 2 and he hadn't really touched it at all. He started to, but there was a line of people. And he closed his booth down. He had planned to close his booth down for like an hour or two. He finished the sketch and came back, and this is the result, and I couldn't be happier. This is a one-of-a-kind. From what I understand, he didn't take any other commissions, and technically he didn't consider mine a commission because I didn't tell him what to do. I gave him full artistic freedom, and this is an awesome book. He was going to grayscale it with pen. He didn't. So he charged me $200 for this. $200. And then he said because he couldn't do ink on it like he had negotiated with me, he gave me $100 back. His wife didn't really want him to do that, I don't think. But I was psyched. This was like, this is going to be treasured in my collection. When I've seen some of these one-of-a-kind pieces that he's done, I really wanted one, and I'm so lucky to have found this. I think this is amazing. The other artist that I commissioned was Scott Collins. He did this amazing Silver Surfer sketch. I had sent him a blank cover 2 weeks in advance and thought he received it. But when I got to the con, he's like, oh, I don't have it. I never got your blank. I found another Silver Surfer blank cover. And he moved me to the top of the list, and he did what we negotiated. So I got this for $160. Pretty great deal, I think, for a commissioned sketch. Really affordable compared to some of the other artists I've used. Also, actually sharing the same table with Jeff Johnson of Wonder Man fame from 1990s. He did the Wonder Man series. And so I asked him if he would do a Spider-Man Mary Jane mashup, and this is what he came up with. Pretty awesome for $100. $100! So I sent this cover in advance. He got it. And all these took, days to get to him, and he did this sketch in just a couple days, all in pen. Super excited for it. So it is, lucked out here. These are great guys. Last but not least is Mike McCone did this Jane Foster Thor sketch. Very timely with the trailer that just came out. But I had in my mind one that I was hoping he would do. The blank cover cardstock is really hard for watercolor, so it did warp. Again, this is off the authentication and being put in a slab to keep it nice and flat. It's just beautiful. I love the colors. He did a really good job. All 4 of my sketches I'm really pleased with. I think my favorite is the Ren and Stimpy bitch slap on Thanos, but I love all 4 of these for all different reasons. So this was an awesome con for artists. So that was my sketch haul. Let's get into the comics I found. So I'm going to go out of order because that just doesn't really tell the full story of what I found. And I'm going to start with some bangers and then go down to some other books I'm really excited that I found. Everything I found I was excited about. I did have some dry spells at some booths. Couldn't find certain things, but I was talking with this one booth on day 2 and pulled a couple Batman keys off the wall and looked. He had an Avengers one, but it was, there was something wrong with it. I think it was missing some ad pages, and I really just wanted a complete copy. But he also had some Silver Age Batman. So I picked up 3, and he gave me a deal, and it was a deal in cash. So I had to go to the ATM, which was right around the corner for his booth, but it wasn't working. For the amount of cash I was withdrawing, it wasn't going to give me that. So I had to leave the convention to buy these books. But I was worried that he was going to get frustrated that I didn't come back right away, because I left the convention and went to a comic shop that's right by the convention. Are you following me? So I went to the ATM. I was like, since I'm out, I'm going to go to the comic shop to pick up a book I saw the day before and then come back and buy the Batman books. So the book I bought at the comic shop, because I was him and hawing the first day, I had some time to kill before the con. The book I bought at the comic shop was Silver Surfer #1. It is a really nice copy. I've been wanting a new copy for quite some time of this book. I'm a huge fan of the cosmic stuff. It was labeled at 400. And this shows that if you don't get anything unless you ask for it. So I looked at it the first day, came back the second day, and it was still there. And I was like, well, would you do anything on this? And he's like, I can give you 10% off. So I got this for $360 plus tax. Not bad for a Silver Age Silver Surfer, his first solo title. I have one already, but it's in lower grade, I believe. And I think the cover is not firmly on there. So that is probably my beater copy. This is not. This is a VG, if not higher. I will definitely get this cleaned and pressed and sent out to be graded. So I went to this store to buy this since it was near the ATM. It's about a 10-minute walk from the convention center. Then I hightailed it back to the convention center to see if the guy had sold my Batman books, and he didn't. And he's like, "Oh no, he had no reason to trust me. He didn't know me for Adam." So the Batman book that I first looked at was Batman 155. This is the, I believe, first Penguin in the Silver Age. I looked at one earlier, right before this booth, and the cover was, I think it was detached, actually. This cover is attached. It does have that little chipping there, but it's attached. Really nice copy. List price $250. So just bear with me. Also, a book I've wanted for years. It's just never really been high on my list. It's just been one I've always wanted, is a Neil Adams Batman book. So Detective Comics 400. First appearance of the Man-Bat. Really cool Batman Man-Bat cover. I got sort of the classic ribbing up here. 400 anniversary issue. He had this listed for $400, which I thought was pretty fair because it's a really solid copy. So that one, and then the last Batman book I had him pull was Batman and Robin 234. Introduction of Two-Face in the Silver Age. So reintroduction of Two-Face. Classic book, $200. So this all adds up to $850 for these three books. And I hemmed and hawed, and he offered, I don't even think maybe I did ask, what could you do? Because I want to be respectful, but I also need to make a deal and afford it. So since the opportunity was in front of me to potentially buy three of these, he gave me all three for $700. You can let me know if you think that's a good deal. I think it was a great deal. He said I did really well on these. He's a dealer. He's going to say that. But I think I did. I think he's exactly right. These are books that are wall books all day, every day. And within the scope of 30 minutes, I bought 700 and 360. So I spent over $1,000, over $1,100. Luckily, I've been selling some comics on eBay, so shameless plug. Check out my eBay. But I was excited to find these Silver Age baddies. Look at that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So on the first day, I ran into a fellow YouTuber, Skeff. So he gave me some fun little sparkly stickers. Got some beard action going on there. We actually met at the Bearded comic book booth. There was a dealer, Bearded Comics and Collectibles, so it was very appropriate. I saw him earlier. We sort of said hi, but I don't think we quite figured out we were in the same YouTube world until I took a double take. I was like, oh, wait a minute. So it was awesome to see Skeff at that booth. I only bought one book. He was ahead of me hunting, and he made some good deals, I'm sure. Would love to know what he picked up. I don't know if I picked this up and he missed it or if he wasn't even looking for it, but I got X-Men #1, the newsstand, and I bought this for $5. They labeled it as a 9.4. I think this is pressable and a 9.6 or higher. In a newsstand, definitely one to get. And this is the one with the Omega Red preview before Omega Red's first appearance. So excited to have this. I can't remember if I have this particular newsstand or not, but I'm always a fan of the X-Men newsstands that I grew up with. Probably my first purchase of the con was Adventure into Fear, featuring the Man-Thing. Got this for $25 at a booth. Had some great stuff, and it's really nice Mylar Awesome. All right, I'm going to do some rapid fire books so that this is not a huge video. So I picked up, just because right before going into the con, I saw this on Comic Tom, Silver Surfer 8 for $2. This has a first appearance of a scientist. For $2, I was like, why not? I put this on eBay if anyone's interested. It is a character that they're saying is going to be in the new Marvels TV show. Day 2, this was my first find, Defenders, #1. $15. I had bought this not too long ago for a bit more, $30-40. First appearance of Doctor Strange in his Defenders costume, which could have a play with Multiverse of Madness. Picked up Morbius the Living Vampire Scotty Young variant for $20. This is a harder to find Scotty Young. I know Morbius tanked, but I do like this cover. A very sparkly Deathmate. I can use that in the light. Deathmate, the tour book. I have one that's signed by a whole bunch of people that you can't even read their signature. But this is an unsigned version. I paid like $10 for this. Don't ever see this. It's a Valiant Image comic from the mid-90s. So picked that up. It's probably one of the... It's not printed widely. Definitely not as widely as the Deathmate stuff. One of the booths on the second day had this up. Did not have it on the first day. Cool guy. He had Silver Surfer Black #5. Picked this up. He had it for $300. I was like, eek, not doing $300. And was polite about it. And he's like, make me an offer. I was like, I don't even know. I just spent all that money on the Batman books. But this is an awesome cover. It's a Torme cover. Variant on a variant. It's like 1 in 500. And this was in the Walmart packs. It's in really nice condition. It's probably near mint minus or higher. Don't find this book everywhere. And he's like, I'll do it for $200. And I was like, I don't think I can find that anywhere else for $200. The regular cover, the regular variant, where it's a gray background, gray and blues, was $200. So I jumped at the opportunity. He didn't have much money in on this because it was a Walmart pack. One could only be so lucky. I was not in the Walmart packs, so I got this one, which is the Foreshadow variant. Harder, very hard to find book. And again, Silver Surfer, big fan. And then there was a booth that had a whole bunch of backstock. So I picked up New Mutants 4. It's got some first appearances in there. Cool Middleton cover, I believe. That's Middleton. Maybe not, but still very nice. $3. New Mutants 3. Again, $3. Young Avengers Wiccan and Speed. This is #3. Picked this up for $3. Blade 10. Last issue of the series. Got Dracula on the cover. That was $3. So, looking at Key Collector and other sites, these are worth more than $3. Was excited to find this variant. Uncanny X-Men 258. Picked this up for $5. And this is the Axe of Vengeance. This is the not for sale, resale variant. I think this might have been in a toy or given away at some place. I can't remember exactly. Awesome Bacalo artwork on there. I had him sign my regular copy, but this is the variant that I was like, wow, I think this goes for a little bit of money. But for $5, it's not near mint. It's probably very fine, but you don't see that book. And then I picked up a whole bunch of Teen Titans Go, and that's the rest of this haul. Teen Titans Go, some high ones, some regular ones. So for anywhere between $2 and $3, I picked up a bunch, and I've been looking for these. I think it's just a fun thing to collect. So Teen Titans Go 5. I don't watch the series religiously, but this is #14. But every time I watch the series, I laugh out loud. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's fun. This is the first series where I think Todd Knock does some of the artwork on some of them. #17. I like the animated style. This is 18. 22. 25. Christmas special. 26. Again, these are like anywhere between $2 and $4 each. So basically cover price. They were $2.25 originally in the day. 331, 44. And then another booth had them. So friends that I was with that I just met that day. So shout out to Derek for finding these books for me. And actually I should probably curse him because he found them. These are my last purchase of the con. but I had spent my money. And I was like, I'm done. Toast. And he's like, these 3 books were there. And the dealer gave me a deal that was basically, I got one and the other 2 came for free, is how it worked out. So let me show you. Teen Titans Go 54. Got Wonder Girl. I think it's the first Wonder Girl in that storyline. Teen Titans Go 36. Donna Troy. And then probably the most expensive book in that run, Teen Titans Go 23. First appearance of Red X. Even though it says the return of Red X, which I find it odd, it is the first Red X, which is sort of the mystery character. They say they've unveiled who Red X is. I don't think that's actually the case. I think this character is going to keep coming back as a mystery character, sort of like Hobgoblin does for Spider-Man. So, nice copy, VF plus, if not higher. He had 150 on this and 20 on each of these other 2. And I was like, what can you do? And he was going to do 150 cash or 170 PayPal. And I was like, what about friends and family 150? And so that's what happened. So essentially I paid for this book and got these 2 for free. And these are on the pricier side as well, but not nearly. These are $20 to $50 books, depending on who you talk with. But this is the mother book for Teen Titans Go. And so this is a series I keep my eye out for. And yeah, so that's my haul. That's my haul. I am poor. There's a convention in my area this weekend, and I am probably skipping it because I don't need the temptation. And I'm just excited that I had this con experience and had a little bit of extra cash to play with because I've had some sales of comics recently. So that's really the main reason why I was able to make this work. But I mean, those Batman books, those commissions, I am psyched about that. I overextended on the commissions. I got 4. Usually in a convention, I can only get 2 or 3, if that. And there were some really nice artists. Everyone was so nice. Everyone's so nice. And they were willing to work with you. Bob Camp was amazing. He took that commission on. So I had a great time. I hope you've lived vicariously through me and enjoyed the con footage and enjoyed the books I picked out. And a lot of people asked for prices, so I talked about prices in this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed that and don't think I'm a fool for paying all of that. I'd love to hear what you think of the haul. What are your favorite books here? And if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up, comment down below, and I will see you next time. All right, thanks, comic fan. Bye-bye.